Hello, my name is Kenneth Swampy. I'm from Saugeen First Nation. I am here to show you guys a museum display that's called Walking the Shores. Saugeen is located right beside Pine Falls. It's a little reserve. It's a big reserve by Pine Falls. And it runs through from Lake Winnipeg. There is a river that runs through to Pine Falls. And there's the items that I found that are labeled. So I have a book that I'm going to be trying to publish. It's called Walking the Shores. It's all based on Saugeen of all the stuff that I found. So here's my museum. Here's the map of Saugeen, the logo. So now here we're going to start. These ones come from the boarding school. The boarding school of our people in Saugeen. And now this is a bayonet that I found. This gun was given to me when somebody was scraping the ground. That gun popped out, so it came into my museum. That's the only item that I have that doesn't come from the water. We got some saws here. Right here we got some huge long saws. This saw is called a two-man saw. There's a handle right there and a handle right there. This one was used as a one-man saw. It's such a long saw. Wow, that's a long saw for one guy. Also, there was another one-man handle saw. Here's some irons. These irons had handles on them, and they were put on a wood stove and heated up so they can iron clothes when they got hot. This is a bottle cap that I found. Here's a couple of copper cups that I found and a couple of badges. These ones are tags. This one says Souvenir of Alberta. Happy Manitoba is happiness. City of Brantford. D&M schools in Europe. I also have a couple of axe heads that come from the Hudson Bay Company that used to be here in the 1700s. Plus I have a cup that comes from the Hudson Bay Company. Now we have some horseshoes. These are two horseshoes, and the smaller one is a donkey, a little donkey shoe. We have a couple of railway spikes. We have a garden hoe. When they used to make a line to plant their garden. We have an old rake. This one was riveted on. You have a 67 Chevy horn. I found a pitchfork too, an old pitchfork. And I also found what they used to use in a boat, an oar to travel around. Most of the people back then used to always use boats. So these are all the iron stuff that I found. Now we're coming to the bottles. All these bottles are all one of a kind. Not one of these bottles are the same. All the bottles. First we have some 7-Up bottles. Then a couple Mountain Dew bottles. Then we got a Mission of California, Nesbitt, couple Canada Dry, 10 High, Drink Arctic Beverage. Couple of an old root beer, a newer model root beers. These ones are called Wishing Wells, and this one is called Sun Crust and Knee Grape Soda. These two come from Toronto. Now in the back we have Coca-Cola. We have Diet Coke, Coca-Cola Light. Here's some more Coca-Cola. Mr. Pibb is a Coca-Cola from a Coca-Cola company. Fanta comes from another Coca-Cola company. Fresca comes from Coke. Tabs come from Coke. Even Thumbs Up come from Coke. Those are all Coca-Cola, a different kind of drinks they made. Now we got some Orange Crush. Here's a couple of Crush. This one's called Old Country. Old Colony. That's an Orange Crush too company. There's a couple more Orange Crush. Now we're up to Pepsi. Here's a 1 liter, a 750 milliliters, and these are all Pepsi bottles. Not one of them Pepsi are the same. I've made them different. There's a couple of Patio. Patio is a Pepsi company. Also Team is a Pepsi company. We got Diet Pepsi and Pepsi. Those are all the Pepsi products. Now I want to show you a very special item. It's a green fluorite crystal stone spearhead. Green fluorite crystal spearhead that's over around 13,000 years old. And there's a meaning to that fluorite crystal. Fluorite has a lot of meanings to it, and how to cleanse it and charge the fluorite crystal. Benefits and healing properties of fluorite. Meanings and healing properties of fluorite. So there's a lot of things with that crystal spearhead. Wow, it's so beautiful. I was so lucky to find it. Now we got an axe head. It was donated to me from one of my friends while he was cleaning his boat. That axe head come from the area where Chief Kikapanesi was. Axe head found, and it was forged in the 1700s from England. Now I'll show you some. These are skin scrapers. A couple of skin scrapers for animals, and we got some arrowheads. The skin scrapers and arrowheads are roughly from 5,000 to 7,000 years old. White, even a white one, a brown one. Lots of them were black. This one's called the Aboriginal axe because of its design. And then when we were looking at this one is considered an ovaline meteor. An ovaline meteor. And I have some dollar bills and $2 bills that I want to show the children, that instead of loonies and toonies, this is what we used when we were younger. Dollar bills. Here's some $2 bills. Even older dollar bills here. I even found some license plates. 8 license plates I got. Got a 1952, 1964, 64. I found my own license plate, 1971. Wow, I was so happy. 100,000 lakes, wow. This one's a trailer, 1964 trailer. And I'm for 1976, 76. These three are 1976 license plate. Now I'm going to show you. After my mom passed away, my sister gave me some canisters, and I put my canisters together. So I display canisters to children or to adults that of the past, what they used to be in. We have a tomato soup, Lifesaver, Hershey's chocolate, Nestle's chocolate, peanuts, Robin flour, Uncle Ben's rice, some hard candy. These ones are M&Ms. There's some M&Ms. These are all chocolate bars. crispy crunch, caramel, coffee crisp. Now we have some crackers. Christie's crackers, premium crackers. And I have a couple of Tim Hortons. These ones are both Tim Hortons. And this one is caramel candies packages. I also have a couple of little vehicles that I collected. And a couple boxes. I also have more over here. Now these are old cigarette containers that the old people, I don't remember them, or I can barely even remember them. But that's how they used to put where they used to put their tobacco. Then I got some Coca-Cola products. I got a couple of them that I collected, or some of the other people gave me in my little collection. Then I got crayons, granola crayons, Mom and popcorn, even Kitty's marshmallows, even hot chocolate. Wow. Now I'm going to show you some crystals. These are some of the crystals that I kept. This is the first crystal I kept, was this big flat rock. It was black on one side and I was wondering why it's so white on the other. And then I kept finding crystals, but I never ever knew what the crystals were until I listened to the radio last December. When they told me BC is opening up the first crystal healing stone. So now I know that all these little crystals have a meaning to them. They're so beautiful. And there's Walking the Shores. There's my book. I'm also going to start a clothing company. I brought some of my stuff down already. Some of my clothing design. There's for my sweats and my shorts. And 10% of my clothing and 10% of my book is going back to Saugeen First Nation children. I'm going to open up a bank account so my boy can go around giving clothing to children as they educate themselves for their futures. So that's the reason. Plus, I'm going to do outings with children. Beautiful. All my clothing design. Now I want to show you some clay. This is some clay. Just regular clay that formed from the waves hitting the shores. And I call them, these ones I call designs of Mother Nature. Formed from the north wind waves. This one is a horse head. If you look at him, you can see him like it looks like a horse head. This one, a lady posing. You see her, look at her back arms and her legs coming, her stomach. This one is owl sitting on a tree. You see an owl there sitting on that tree. Also I have an eagle head. Resembles the head of an eagle. And a person praying. But all the time I can always see that person in there praying. Wow. These were things I bring them all home, all that clay. And as the time went by, when I was looking around, I noticed these. Wow. Now I call them all masterpiece of Mother Nature. Now I'm going to show you some containers, even glass containers. Every time I seen a different color or a glass, I'd pick it up. No matter which color it is. It is something that I never seen in my history. So I was excited as I picked them up, because I never seen these growing up. Here you have some small little medicine bottles. And you got some more medicine bottle. This one says Buckley's. Couple more. This one still has the medicine in it. Those ones are Javix bottles. Javix. And that's a little beer bottle. Even I didn't know that was a beer bottle. There's another beer bottle. There's a couple of stubbies. And here's some wine bottles. Now, I kept some glass, some white glass too. This one is interesting. Electric oil. This is an electric oil. Here's some more. Here's a little cute one. Some might be still kind of dirty. And the peanut butter I found, that was good. It's still in perfect condition. And another bottle. I don't know if it's what. It was a jam bottle. And here's some wine bottles, some old wine bottles. That one's a huge one. And these are cream bottles. This one says pods cream. Some of them have pods on them. Some of them have different designs in them. Look at that design. Wow. I also found blue ones. Lots of blue ones. I still find blue ones now here and there. I also find a blue bowl. Wow, that's so beautiful, that bowl. Medicine bottles. Some are Vicks creams. So these are all the stuff in my museum display. All the stuff that I collected. The canisters come from me and my mom in memory of my mother. That's why I keep the canisters around. After my mother passed away, my sister gave me those canisters. That was nice. Yeah, I'm doing this all for children. This is all for children. These are those 4 eagle feathers too I also found. I found more eagle feathers, but I give them out to other people that needs them, especially some people that use them for powwow dancing. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. License plates, canisters. So if anybody is interested in getting me to do a gig to come to their reserve or their school, you can contact me at, my number is 1-204-830-3224. That's 1-204-830-3224. I'm trying to give back to my children, to the children of Saigeen. Thank you and have a nice day.